Hi, everyone. Welcome to Chair Yoga. Today is election day as I record this class. So I thought it would be nice if we could hold a space or set an intention for creating and holding that healing environment for our communities. Whenever we consciously choose to hold embodied awareness, we are present to the healing environment of our parasympathetic nervous system. We hold that energy of healing environment, and that is felt throughout our community. So let's begin with that idea in mind in terms of maybe our spiritual commitment, and then enjoy, if you will, some real movement through stretching the sides, the legs. We're going to get into the legs, a sense of grounding there, and really find some good twists too today. So on the physical level, I think you're going to really enjoy our practice. I'll meet you in the chair. So I've got the block on the floor, enables me to squeeze my ankles into that. So just squeezing into the block as a way of setting up. So let's come away from the back of the chair. So we're forward now, so we're not relying on the backrest. I want you to sit up tall, feel your feet to the earth as if you're making an imprint on the ground. Lengthen the spine, pull your shoulders back and down. Let's close the eyes, turn palms up, and just begin the awareness of our breath. We're just feeling our way into the experience of our body as we breathe. So eyes closed will help you bring this vision to the inside. So you're bringing your awareness to the inside to experience your body as you breathe. You may need to take a cleansing breath. Maybe you need to kind of start over, catch up with your breath. Just do what you need to do to find your breath, to become aware of the breath and start settling in, transitioning now into our yoga practice. Palms up is our way of, this gesture of receptivity. It's a mudra or gesture to open the palms to either give or receive. So as we set our intention, our individual and particular intentions, we've got our hands open to receive the benefits and the blessings of our yoga practice. Find your full breath in and your full breath out. Trust your experience of your breath just as it is. If you can, breathe in and out through your nose. If that's problematic, don't worry about it. Just find your breath, stay with it all the way through the cycle of the inhale and the exhale. Yoga begins right here where we are, right where I am, not where I was yesterday or where I long to be. Isn't that a good reminder? Let's meet ourselves right where we are with compassion. A couple more breaths in and out. Start to feel the engagement of your abdominal wall, the strength of your body as you sit up very tall. Flutter your eyes open. Get used to the light. And join me now as we lift up. Palms come together overhead. Straighten your arms as much as you're able. Really think in terms of very straight arms. Hold that as you press your palms together, straight arms, and see if you don't notice that maybe a little differently today. Your back muscles are highly engaged when your arms are very, very straight. Let's sync up our inhale now. Take that big inhale. And as you exhale, hands come to the heart center. We bow into ourselves. Inhale back up and exhale wide into a T shape. Turn palms up. Rotate your arms so much so that the thumb is pointing straight back, and then spread your hands open. Spread your fingers apart. Feel the stretch through the palm of the hands. Squeeze that block so you can really feel the engagement of your lower body to support this extension. Press into the floor with your feet so that you can, feels like you're making an impression. And then you feel the engagement of your leg muscles even more. Take a glance from side to side. Turn your head to see, to kind of check out the range of movement and the way it feels for you to move and turn your head. So you're checking out the range of movement in your neck right now. So some curiosity, some willingness to, feel what's going on right where it is, where you are, and not trying to create something different or assume it should be better. Good. So if there's a place you need to linger, I want you to be sure to do that. Maybe your body is giving you the message that, boy, this needs a little more attention. Can you move around and hold that to loosen up through the neck? Find the rhythm of your breath once again. As we bring our head back to neutral, turn your palms to face forward, open that up. So shoulder blades are really squeezing toward each other. You feel the arch of your back body, just like the cow shape. And we're going to use this as a variation of the cow. And then round your back body into the C-shaped curve of the cat to go the exact opposite. So you're just creating the exact opposite, where now your shoulder blades are drawing away from each other. We'll do this as a vinyasa flow. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Round the back body, drop your chin to your chest. Find this rhythm of movement that matches up with the inhale and the exhale. And exaggerate the movement. You want to get a lot of movement through the spine now. Feel how your belly changes tone. There's some movement in the pelvis. We close and we open. And let's meet in the closed position. Turn your palms to face the floor, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and pull the belly in and hold. Now start to reach your hands up. Your arms are starting to come up, 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 and let that lift you all the way up to an upright position. Now lengthen the arms with as little bend in the elbows as you can. Straight arms. Press your feet to the floor. And we're going to just move through the shoulder socket now as arms come down. Inhale is up, nice straight arms. Exhale, let your arms just glide by the frame of the chair. Sit. And all the way back as though you're trying to press the wall behind you. And there you are, back into that cow shape again. We've got that extended spine. Float the arms up, round the back body, tuck the chin to the chest. We're in the C-shaped curve of the cat. Reach forward now, we're folding. We're going to fold forward and we're bringing our chest and belly down to meet our thighs. Keep your eyes wide open and look down and under the chair. If you need to have more space between your legs in order to fold more comfortably, move your feet, but also move your knees. So you're lining up knees to ankles at all times. Try to surrender now the weight of your head. You don't need to look up or out. Stay down, look under. Feel how the breath changes because your belly and your thighs are interacting. Breathe deep into the belly. Know that you're giving yourself a little massage within the internal organs. Fresh blood, better oxygen supply. One more full breath cycle. Jump your hands to your thighs, squeeze your elbows towards your waist, and come up about halfway so that there's a diagonal line, top of the head to the base of the spine. It's kind of a diagonal line, and it's very strong. Push your feet to the floor and feel the engagement of the low belly. Let's spread our arms away from the body like wings might be. And lift up, palms come together. Look up if your neck is agreeable. We'll inhale here, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up, Exhale, take a big sweep of the arms all the way around. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Up, back, and down. Very exaggerated movement. You're trying to move the shoulder blades. And then individually, so take turns from one shoulder to the other. A little more coordination involved. This is going to help in our twists. One shoulder pulls back. He's trying to move the shoulder blades. And when we go the other way, we're going to add like a swimming stroke. I want you to take a swing like you would be doing the American crawl, and turn your head just as though you would, the very action you might be doing if you were swimming, so that you're trying to take your breath. I was a little off there for a minute, but I got the rhythm of it now. As your arm extends, your head turns the other way. It's great to kind of pair up the movement of the shoulders and the movement of the head and neck. A couple more strokes. And then bring yourself back up to a neutral position. Sit up tall, pull the belly in. Palms now can face forward with our hands right alongside the frame of the chair. Let's settle into our mountain pose. I want you to do that O-shaped breath. The shape of a mouth is like an O. This is that vagus nerve. This is the breath technique that is very effective for calming the nervous system by way of the vagus nerve. So our attention to our mouth and softening the mouth is really important in our understanding of the vagal tone. So the inhale is going to come through the O shape of the mouth. So mouth breathing, and then just exhale it out in any fashion. Just release a soft breath out, completely release. Inhale the O shape, exhale it out. You get the hang of it. Now add one more dimension. On that inhale, also lift up, pull up through the perineum. That's the base of your pelvis. Pull up, lift up there, like a vacuum hose might be, to lift up, to draw that big inhale up, and you're holding up through the perineum, and then soften, and everything will release. Let's do 3 or 4 more breaths like that. That O shape, lift up, and release when you're ready. You're just finding your own rhythm. Hold that breath. It's a very strong, powerful breath coming in. Your whole body very much involved. That's it. Last time. And release. Excellent, excellent work. Inhale with me. Palms up, look up. Exhale, bow into yourself. Exhale up. And all the way around. I guess that inhale. All right, let's get the legs in action now. Start just walking in place where you're just going to lift your feet up. And I'm going to suggest you leave the block there if you don't mind. Try to keep it right there. Just work around it. So we're going to, if you need to hold on to the chair, that works okay. Or not, your arms can be just alongside the frame of the chair. Keep your spine long and lift those knees up like you're walking in place. And then let's add the arms. So now when we, this would be the arms walking. So maybe join me here. So if the arms were doing the walking, it might look like this. So let's match that up. It would be opposite extension of limbs. So when your right knee pops up your left arm, that kind of thing. So just see if you can pair up opposite limbs. So now your arms are walking and your legs are walking too. It's good for that left brain, right brain interaction to cross over the energies of the body, left to right, right to left. Keep that arm extended, real close to the head. Hold it wherever you are, doesn't matter which side. Hold it, lift up, lengthen the spine, press your foot to the floor. Get your knee lifted as high as you can. Full breath in and out. We'll release and switch sides. Lift up. Feel the fullness of your breath. Let the shoulder blades stay down and back. And all limbs down. Let's take a reset now. Any kind of movement your body looks for right now. That's an inside job. We have to find that out for ourselves, but I want you to really listen to it and respond to reset the body. Okay, let's sync it up now. Come a little bit further forward on your chair so that you got plenty of ability to move your legs freely. And we're going to extend that left leg long. Heel to down, toes are up. Sit up real tall. Slide yourself down. Use your hands to glide right down that leg to fold forward. The right hand can just touch the floor, and your left hand can press down to push your foot down toward the floor so that you're going from toe up to toe down. The toe pops up, you press the toe back down. It's really the whole surface of the foot, of course. We're kind of going from just the heel touching down to the whole surface of the foot down, stretching through the top of the foot and into the ankle and the shin. Nice. Hold it with the foot pressed down, stretch that out for one more breath in and out. And then let it come on up. So now the heel is down, toes are up, so you've got a flexed position of your foot. Let's get ourselves up, walk yourself upright. Let's add a little twist here. So we've got one leg straight, toes are pointing up, heel is down. Bring your left hand, I guess it would be, your left hand to the block that's down, right down between your legs. Let's do that individual shoulder roll on the right. And that will lead us into a twist. We're going to let our hand come back to the sacrum, rolling the shoulders back so the shoulders are in line with each other. And add this component. You want your left ear to be in line with your hand. Left ear to the hand that's on the block. So you're rotating your head in a particular way into this twist. Let's just hold that. Shoulders. You're really feeling some movement in the shoulder blades and a twist at the waist. Unwind the head and shoulders, come back to neutral. Let's stay with that same leg. So that extended leg now pops up, and we're going to hug that knee into the chest and start to spin the foot around. Try to wake it all up. We got to get through to the ankle, the joints of the feet, and the toes as well. Let's hug that in and rotate it off to the side. So you've created something like a right angle between your legs. Now we can lay the forearm down. We can extend our forearm down to that knee that has rotated out. Right, more the thigh, not the knee. So both knees are bent. They're in their own space, one forward facing and one to the side. Let's try a side angle. This is a version of that extended warrior position. So the arm is just going to slide right past the ear. Full breath in and out. And notice how your arm alongside your ear just gives you a place it stabilizes the head and neck. It really frames up nicely. Let's see if we can deepen it. As we come back all the way up, let's use our block now and see if we can deepen that by bringing the block down to the inner ankle of your rotated foot, off to the side. Let's try it. Instead of forearm to the thigh, let's bring our hand down into the block. Now try it. Press your feet to the ground, both feet. See if you can lift your rib cage. So that extended arm, that side of your body is lifting any amount. Steady the breath. Beautiful. And let's come all the way around. I'm going to move the block back to center. Leg comes back to center. Let's take a pause. When you've reset your body, extend the other leg long, heel down, toes up. And we're sliding down that leg. Slide down to fold. And this is the toes touch and then lift up. Toes touch and lift up, or, flatten the foot. Sole of the foot comes down, up and down. And just pay attention to what your body seems to need. So if you need to really work on one part of that, then linger there. Feel the fold of your body, how your breath now is in that folded action because your belly and your thighs are interacting. Big belly breaths. So we'll meet with our heel down, our toes up, and bring ourselves upright. And we'll add the twist. So your right hand comes to the block between your legs. We'll do our shoulder rolls, our individual shoulder rolls here on that left side. That hand is going to come and rest on the sacrum, and we rotate so our head turns and our ear is in line with the hand that's on the block. Extend through the extended leg, push through the heel, feel very active in that extended leg and what I'm going to call the standing leg, the knee that's bent, that's kind of our source of balance here and grounding. Press into the floor there. Full breath in and out. We'll unwind the head and shoulders and come back to a neutral position as we draw that leg up into a hug knee. Hug that knee into the chest. We'll start spinning that foot around. That's it. Spread the toes. Feel that movement in the ankle. Maybe you hear a little sound coming out of that. Hug that knee in, hug, and then rotate to the side. So you've got that right angle between your legs. Extended warrior. We're going to bring our forearm to that thigh and try to get a plumb line between your shoulders. And let's just slide that arm right across our ear. Both legs are strong. Both legs are really engaged by pressing the feet into the floor. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Lengthen that breath. And let's deepen the pose. We'll come back up. We'll move the block so it's on the other side of our body here. And instead of elbow to the thigh, let's bring our hand down there. A little deeper bend. Slide that arm right past your ear. Now lift your rib cage and get real strong with your legs. Very active with your legs. Let's deepen the breath. Try to exhale completely. Beautiful. Let's come all the way up. And let's bring both feet back to center. Reset the body. Any kind of movement. Let's take a wide angle now. Take a wide angle facing straight ahead, and then just make sure your heels are in, your toes are out, but that your ankles are right underneath your knees and you're far forward enough in the chair that you can move your legs freely, but you feel very connected and grounded into the chair at the same time. We're going to start our Sufi rolls, the fluid movement of the body now. To remind ourselves of that fluid nature, close your eyes here. So you just feel the freedom of movement. You're letting your body just do its thing, circling around and feeling some release, calming. The head and neck are fairly stable, so there's no real movement of the head and neck. The movement is in the spine, in the midsection of your body, all around that pelvic bowl. Change the direction if you haven't done that yet. Change the direction now of your circular movement. And let's come back to center. Let's do a little leg lift here. I want you to just take turns of lifting those legs up high. We're going to get into the hips here. When we come into standing, we're going to really do some deep work into the hips and the buttocks. This might get us a little warmed up. That's it. And both feet to the floor. Hands come to the shoulders, so we've got our little wings in place. Let's circle around. Make sure we're still very loose and warmed up here. And then add this crisscross movement where an elbow comes to the opposite thigh. Go all the way down before you come back up. See if you can match up the movement with your breath rhythm. It just feels in sync to you. You don't need to match up with me. You don't even need to watch. Once you get the hang of it, no reason to be staring at the screen. Stay with your body, stay with your space, and feel your way through this. Let's engage the belly. Let's just make sure we feel very strong in the core right now. Try 2 taps instead of 1. So you stay low and go down 2 times. Almost got it. Couple more now. You got it. We're done. All the way up. Let's reach up. Palms face forward. Lift up. No bend in the arm as much as you can. Inhale up. Exhale down. Couple more of those. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Strong, long arms. Palms come together overhead. Look up. Exhale. Hands at the heart. Bow into yourself. Inhale up. Exhale, go wide. Good. Let's bring our feet back to center. Kind of scoot your feet underneath. I'm going to have you bring your hands to your waist and pop yourself up out of that chair. So just pay attention to the shift of balance, the shift in your body weight, and make sure you land squarely on the chair. So pay attention now as you boost yourself right out of that chair. Let's meet in our mountain pose. So we're going to be close to the chair. You can feel how your legs just barely touch there. And then just make sure, as a matter of fact, let's just use our block. Use your block between your ankles again. So you have that sense of, it's a better sensation of the grounding, the whole experience of grounding, because you can feel how your ankles are aligning with that block there and how you just makes its way up the body. You can just feel it lengthen and strengthen through the legs. Pull the belly in, shoulders are back and down. Turn your hands to face forward, and that's going to help your shoulders stay in place. Softly, just softly unlock those knees. And let's close the eyes down so we can find a full breath through the whole body. I like to start at the soles of the feet and let that breath ascend through the whole length of your body to the crown of your head. Let the breath exhale down through the backside of your body. So you create a circle of breath through the whole body. Eyes are closed. You're just imagining the inhale comes up through the front of the body. Exhale down through the back of the body. And the length of the breath is the length of your body. Let's deepen our breath now and circle our body with our breath. Feel this now. Don't get too hung up on the image. I want you to feel it. Let's flutter the eyes open. Hands are on the legs. Slide down. Bend your knees all that you might need to. Slide down so that you're down into a complete forward fold and you're looking down and under the chair. Top of the head is trying to stretch to the floor, so you're not trying to look out. The chair is right there, so if this is too much for you, you could sit. You could easily sit. You've got the chair to hold on to if that gives you some better security as well. Full forward fold, one more full breath in and out. Jump your hands to your shins so you're just below your knees and you start to bring your head up. Take a pause here and a breath. Jump your hands over your knees so you're onto the mid part of your thighs and we're a little further up. And I want you to really press your hands into your thighs now. So you create a bracket with your arms into your legs. I'll give you a side view if you need that. So the arms are very straight and you're pushing firmly into your thighs. Your body is an L shape. Full breath in and out. Let's release the hands and bring ourselves up slowly into our mountain pose. Excellent. I'm going to do a standing twist now. A standing twist. I'm going to show it to you from the back, which sounds a little odd, but we're going to do some little fancy footwork here, and I want you to see what I'm talking about. So as you stand in, and a matter of fact, it wouldn't be a bad idea to come to the back of your chair. But yeah, let me rethink that. So come around so that you have the high part of the chair, the back of your chair available to you for support. Much better. Take your right foot and step back, way back behind you. So the toes and the ball of the foot is down, but your heel is up. But you've come way across your body. And stand up tall. You don't need to look at your feet. Stand up tall now. You've got one foot way back. So if right foot is stepped way back, the right arm is going to lift up. And you can continue to have one hand on the chair for more support. If you want to challenge yourself with the balance of this twist, take your left hand and grab your right wrist. And then you'll be kind of pulling that right arm up and overhead in the direction of that right foot behind you. That gives you a little more experience of the twisting nature of this. So hand on the chair can stay put. That's just fine. Might give you more stability, more confidence. And a greater challenge is to get both hands up in the air. One more full breath. Let's get both hands on the chair and get our feet back to where we think they're supposed to be. Let's shake out those legs. We'll try the other side. I move, you don't need to move. Left foot now steps way back. Toe and the ball under the foot are down, but the heel has popped up. Lift up so you're not looking back there, you're in upright position. If the left leg is what stepped back, it's the left arm that lifts up. And you can try it right there. That's a nice twist. Or you can add the other hand where the right hand grabs the left wrist and you pull it across your head. So the hand is sort of pulling in the direction now of that left foot back there. Deepen the breath. And find a drishti. I want you to find something to look at and stare at it because that gives you another source of grounding. That's the benefit of a drishti, is that it's another way of grounding yourself. It's like an anchor. And guess what? It calms the nervous system. Let's release. Both hands can come back to the chair. And let's shake those legs out. Let's shake the whole body out. So I want you to kind of bounce around a little bit where your heels come up off the floor and you're letting your whole body, your legs are shaking and bouncing and your arms are swinging. So you're changing up the energy a lot. Let's add that buzz in the mouth. So you're going to start humming or blowing, blowing through your lips. Just Find some sound, find some vibration in the mouth. Very healing environment. Very primal. You know, it's very primal. That's the reason some of these things are so important and effective, is because they're just part of our DNA. All right, we'll shake it out. So we're coming back to use the chair to support those hip openers I promised. Stand near your chair and get a foot up onto the chair seat. I suggest you put the chair in such a way that the leg you got up on the chair, or the foot that you got is near the back. And then you can just start moving around where you bend the knee and pull your butt, kind of make circles with your hips. Put your foot on that chair seat wherever it feels right and gives you the kind of movement you're looking for. It's one kind of sensation when your body is pretty upright and you're moving. It's a deeper sensation once you get your hands to the seat of the chair instead of up on the top. So if you're lower, you're going to feel a lot more sensation, or certainly different. So you can vary that. It's just a creative process. I can't give you anything more than that. You're circling, you're stretching, you're searching for sensation in the hips and buttocks, mostly the buttocks. Now let's add one more dimension. Turn your foot so that instead of laying the sole of the foot down, I want you to rotate it so the pinky edge of your foot is down, and then you're moving. So now you've kind of exposed the sole of your foot. You're into a whole different set of muscles. And the same kind of thing applies if you get low, you've got the pinky edge of your foot grounded and you're moving through that. Okay, that's a different sensation and it's deeper. Linger through some of those areas that are really talking to you, so you can start opening something up for you. Manage the weight of your head. What you're doing here, you've got that heavy head to take care of. So just make sure you're aware that you're kind of propping it up, holding it up properly. Your neck is not going to be giving you fits later on. Okay, let's get our foot down again. So the whole surface of the foot is down, and we're going to make our way up. Position your back foot so your toes, both feet, the toes are pointing straight ahead. We've got the chair right here to help support our upright position now. You can always hold on to the chair, or you could bring your hands to your thighs and steady yourself. Now, this is a great time to choose a drishti. Go kind of low to the ground. Don't find a drishti that's too high up. Get it kind of low to the ground, and it's just anything, any little dot on the wall, any spot that you can focus your eyes and then stay there. Stay there. It'll calm you, it'll balance you. Variations. Hands at the prayer position. The Anjali Mudra at the heart center. More like that proud warrior would be lifting those straight arms up, palms facing each other. You choose. Feel the connection of both feet to the ground they are on. Find your full breath cycle in and out. Hands come together overhead. Inhale, exhale, bow into your heart. Inhale back up, and exhale, circle the arms all the way around. We're going to do one more twist here. So if your right foot is up on the chair, that means your right arm is going to turn to touch the back of your left leg. So if your left leg is up on the chair, then your left arm is going to turn to touch the back of your right leg. So you just match up. So the leg that's up, that's the arm. The leg that's up here, that's the arm that's moving to reach back and touch that way back behind your buttocks to a twist. Find your drishti here and let your body guide you into this deep twist. Let's unwind the head and then the shoulders, and we'll come back to both feet on the floor and shake yourself out now. Shake it, shake. I suggest you move yourself around so you've always got the back of the chair near the leg that's on the chair seat. So we begin to move forward, pulse forward and back. And you decide if standing upright is a better choice, or at least you're going to begin that way. Or then the deeper version, remember, is to get your hands lower. You can get your hands onto the chair seat, and circular movements is nice. You can use any part of the chair. You could be way toward the edge of the chair so that you've got plenty of room to move around. Circular move. Just try to go on a curiosity hunt here. You're trying to find out where some of those deeper areas need your attention, need your loving attention here. Challenge you. Now, don't forget that the final version is to turn your foot, roll your foot so you're on the pinky side of your foot, you're on the edge of your foot, you've lifted up, and now try it. Now with your foot in place there, now you start moving around. That's a good one for me. Get both hands on the chair seat, start pulling back. That's got some real sensation in it, that's for sure. One more full breath cycle. And then start getting yourself upright. So we want to make sure all 10 toes are pointing in the same direction. So the back foot, the standing leg, you got to take care of that one as well. So all 10 toes are facing forward. You've always got the back of the chair to hold on to. Or for a greater challenge, you start to bring your hands to your thigh. Upright, nice long spine. Kind of imagine that you're drawing your thighs toward each other. You know, I know that they seem very far apart. How can that be? Just engage those inner thighs so you feel that action toward the midline. Palms can come together at the Anjali Mudra at the heart center, up into the proud warrior. Those are variations you can explore, but you could create something on your own. Find the rhythm of your breath. Stay put. Stay in the pose till you find your rhythm again. You're back to just holding it and breathing through your cycle of breath in and all the way out. All the way in and all the way out. Palms come together overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bow into your heart. Inhale up and exhale wide with your arms. Now we're coming into our twist. So you're going to take the same side hand up in the air. So I've got my left knee up. So that means it's my left arm that's reaching up and around, all the way around, so I can touch the back side of my right thigh and buttocks. And there I am twisting toward my bent knee. Steady your breath, find your drishti, and work the pose. Full breath in, full breath out. We'll unwind the head and then the shoulders, and we'll get both feet back to the floor and shake out your legs. Set yourself up so the chair is facing you. You've got the seat of the chair available to put your hands onto for a downward facing dog. Start walking away. Feet are parallel to each other. Arms are right alongside your ear. You want the bicep of your arms to be right alongside your ear, pretty close to your head. Hands are touching the chair, but not pressing. Your legs, your buttocks, your hips, that can hold you up. You don't need to worry about your hands supporting you. Their hands are steadying you, helps you lengthen your spine. It's good for your back. It's an excellent way to extend this movement through the whole length of your back, but it's not carrying your body weight. Your body weight is being held by your legs. So pull back from your hips through your femur bones back to lengthen your legs, to feel the straightening of the legs any amount. Deepen the breath. Your gaze should be at the floor. Maybe at your ankles would be a good spot to look at. One more full breath cycle. Go all the way through. Start to walk toward the chair. Let's bend the knees quite a bit. Open up your feet pretty wide. Heels in, toes out. Let's add a squat. So you're dropping your hips and buttocks down. Hold on to the chair. Lift up the chest. So your feet can be wider. You just decide what fits best, what works best. We're into the hips and buttocks today. Start to push your body weight back, so it's not into the knees as you come up. And we'll come all the way to standing. Take a pause, just stay right where you are. Catch up with your breath now. Maybe your blood pressure needs to realign. Just pause, find your breath. And then I don't think you need the chair for this next part. As you maybe just give yourself a wide base with your feet. And we're going to start circling around like a hula hoop might do. That hula hoop contest that we're doing. We're in the finals here, so we want a real big hula hoop movement. And we'll change the direction of that. Notice how you've got to have some buoyancy in your knees. Locked knees wouldn't work at all for that. You've got to have buoyancy through the legs. Big circle around. And then we're just going to add some swinging movements. So you're just kind of flowing. Let your arms just flap around. Let yourself move so that one heel has to lift up. So you're into the legs. And as you move one way, the heel has to lift up. You move the other way. You're just noticing that movement. Kind of a dance step almost. It feels that way. And then go a little bit higher with your arms. So they're almost at shoulder height now. They're higher. Find your breath, your nice, smooth, even breath. And now we're just reaching up. It's just up and around. And let's look at it. So as you lift up, you look in that direction. So you're going to lift up and watch your arm move. Let's come a little bit lower now. We're back to the shoulder height. And we're kind of down by the hips now, lower. Good. And we come back. Just get your feet a little bit wider than hips distance apart. Hands are going to slide down your legs. Slide down, all the way down. Forward fold. Look down and underneath yourself. Hands are going to be on something, the floor, some part of your leg. Maybe you have to have your hands on the chair. Maybe that's a better option for you to do a forward fold. The idea is to surrender the weight of your head and that you're folding your upper body to meet your legs. Very calming for the nervous system. Breathe deep now. Let yourself hang. You're just releasing. As effortless as you can make it. Jump your hands to your shins. So you're below your kneecaps and you're at the shins. You lift up. Let's take a breath here. Jump your hands over your knees. You're way up high on your thighs. Press firmly into your thighs now, straightening out your elbows. You're in an L shape. Now you've got a tabletop of the back body. Your legs are straight in an L shape. Find a full breath in and a full breath out. Strong belly now. Pull in with the belly. Squeeze those inner thighs toward each other. Feel the imprint of your feet to the ground. Can you release your arms away from your body like wings would be, but your hands are reaching back, not out in front of you? That's it. Palms face down. Now let's soften the knees quite a bit. Let yourself bounce up. Let your arms are going to carry you all the way up, straight arms up. Inhale with me up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Beautiful. Let's have a seat. Let's come back to the chair and have a seat. This time, of course, it's time for Shavasana. So it's time to come back into the chair. You're going to come way into the chair so you can sit right up against that backrest and use the backrest to your advantage. It's getting that time of the year for where I live, where a blanket would feel good. So maybe you get your socks on. Maybe you get a blanket to lean against. Maybe you have a blanket laying on your lap. So please do those sort of things. That's just good self-care. That's a nice ritual for you to add to your yoga experience. So coming into Shavasana now. Let the body start just finding its own natural rhythm of breath. There's no breath control at all at this juncture. Your breath is as it is. But you continue to be aware of it, lovingly aware of your body moving as you breathe and as you start settling in to a place of rest, relaxation, calm, ease. Let your legs settle wherever they need to. So the frame of the chair doesn't necessarily need to confine you. You might just have your legs further apart, just kind of maybe extend it a little bit. Whatever way your legs feel very restful, that's what you want. If you haven't done so already, close the eyes. It'll help a lot. Come into the inner awareness of your experience. I hope you were able to, begin today or do this whole practice right where you are. Right where you are. Not where you wish you were or where you were yesterday. Just meeting yourself right where you are and just really loving that and grateful for it. Just really grateful that you have this practice. Full breath in. And you can feel your full breath out. Soften the mouth, relax your facial muscles, tongue, jaw. Let your belly be soft, hands, even your feet can soften. And let the chair hold you. Feel the security of that, how trustworthy that is, the reliability, that was the word I was looking for. A reliable support that you can just rest into. Be mindful as you sit here, resting, breathing, of the vibrant and healthy body. Of the focused and alert mind, of your loving and compassionate heart, and lightness of being. Those are our primary promises of a yoga practice. Let me share with you a poem by the name of Healing. There is healing in the laying on of hands, in the letting go of fear, in asking for help, in silence, celebration, prayer. There is healing in speaking the truth and in keeping still, in seeking sunlight and not shunning struggle. Laughter and the affirmation of wholeness hold their own healing. When the soul dances, when the day begins in delight, when love grows and cannot be contained, when life flows from moment to moment, healing happens in the space between thoughts and the breath before the first sung note. Healing is a birthright and a grace. When we dare to be open to the unknown, when we extend ourselves in caring, when we welcome in the vast expanse of life, healing comes from the heart and blossoms from the inside out. Know that you have created a healing environment within you, and that healing environment within you benefits your community. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale it out your mouth like the sound of an ah, a big sigh. Inhale through the nose, sigh it out. Ah. One more time. Ah. Flutter your eyes open and come forward on your chair just a bit so you're able to ground your feet again and lengthen your spine. Let's sync up our breath one last time. Inhale, palms come together up and overhead. Exhale, bow into yourself at your own heart. Inhale up and exhale, go wide. We're sharing this peaceful healing energy with our communities. Palms come together. We bow to ourselves and we bow to one another. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for joining me. And if you're joining me on YouTube for the first time, I really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel. Thank you.